Hey, it's Crystal Foxy here, and so I've been on VR chat for a while, and one thing that I seem to see is a lot of things happen drama-wise because people are talking about each other and not to each other. Nobody's contacting the source or getting information from there. And making a video, editing a video, that would take so long. Not to mention, I mean, you record a video, you cut it down, pretty much anything could happen in that editing process. I feel like a stream might be the most trustworthy for everybody to interact with. So there's that reasoning. And I'm just the platform. Okay, I'm not against anybody. I'm not. I'm on the side of everybody's innocent until proven guilty, and I just didn't feel good that there were a bunch of accusations being
You
chucked
okay over
out.
there?
Yeah.
Hang on.
Okay.
How do I make this stop? There we go. I just didn't like that there were a lot of accusations being chucked around and nobody was talking to him. Like when I went to call, I went in with questions and dude was like, "Yo, you're literally one of like 3 or 4 people who have come in to talk to me about this." And that concerns me. That really does. So, I'm going to give the stage to Homeboy and let him say what needs to be said. And I mean, hopefully it's just a misunderstanding. Hopefully there's just some misunderstanding, misinformation, someone doesn't know something, or somebody played telephone with the wrong information and it escalated from there. I'm really hoping that's all it is. Because I don't like when things crumble apart and people are like, not cool. I've made friends with all these people, I appreciate all these people. And when stuff like this happens, someone is not managing their behaviors or managing their information quite properly. They're not dealing with the situation in a way that they probably should be. And yeah, I think just lack of information and not talking to each other or hearing from all parties is one of the biggest problems. So let's do the thingamajig. Let me turn this up. Oop. Where are you? Oh, there you are.
Well, I'm just sitting here waiting to know when
Okay,
we're gonna
so stream has started. I introduced myself. I bumped the mic. My bad. But
You're good.
so let's start with what's been going on. What's been happening.
All right. So I'll explain from the very beginning so that everyone can understand where I'm coming from on this. For those who do not know and those who do know, there was a lot of drama been happening as of recently between some other band members on pretty much VR chat, and I'm being accused for something that's not been proven to be true, and they're going based off of screenshots and stuff like that. And I tried to clear my name for a minute here and there and try to let people know what was going on. So they're going based off of this one image that's about a rule that was posted in a different server many years ago, should we say, which the owner was named Ashley. They hired me to work on the roles and stuff like that as a co-owner and stuff.
Mm.
And we've been noticing some things that the co-owner told me about, but I didn't fully pay attention to all of it. But then he made a new rule pretty much at this point, and I noticed somewhat of the role's name and stuff like that for the rule and the role, and I was just asked to send it directly to the owner, which I did.
Okay.
And then the owner couldn't post it because his phone was acting up and he was nowhere at his computer. So he asked me, because I was the only other person who could access the rules, asked me if I could post it for him, and I said sure. So I posted in there. Didn't really realize what the full rule fully said because I didn't fully read it. Which
Right.
I will show this. I will show this rule right now for the stream of those that are watching. Just gotta give it a minute because my computer likes to be very slow. Apologies.
That's fair.
Can't really control over a laptop with how fast it can go. Sadly. Come on, computer, any moment. Come on. Okay, there we go. So right here, you could see the rule, which states right here, 16 at child porn for
Yeah.
safety. Which I'm gonna read this out loud for a minute because you see, there was someone using an AI voice of mine, which we'll show you guys in the video very soon. Do you think I should read this right now, or do you want me to wait?
I.
Actually,
I mean, I can read it. Also, don't say child thing Say corn. Let's call it corn.
Corn. Yeah.
For safety of the server, corn will no longer be allowed in the server due to one of the rules of the Discord TOS. Any further postings of such pictures will result in an immediate ban, no exceptions.
And the rule was made like this because some of the members were posting things in the public areas when they were not supposed to be. And the owner was kind of not listening and paying attention to his own server. So he left us to be the responsible ones
Mm.
to watch over the server. So the co owner was getting really sick and tired of this. Now, to show that I was not the original creator of this role or the rule, because I know it does show my old name from the past, but I want to clarify that the original creator that made the rule was this person right here. You want to go ahead and read it?
Serena the Fox, quick review for you on the rules 16 at corn. For safety of the server, yeah, that's for any persons. Will result in an immediate ban, no exceptions. It's the same thing. It's just I think added to the end will result in an immediate ban, no exceptions. No longer be allowed. I don't like that wording. Like, what the hell do you mean no longer? Who is using that terminology here?
I don't know. It's pretty
When
much
was
what
it
Fox.
ever? Okay.
So if you look at the time to prove that I am not the original creator, if you look at the times right here, this one says when I posted it, it said around 12:39 p.m., while this one shows it's around 12:18 p.m. So you guys can clearly see the times between each other. This one was from private DMs, which was sent to me by the co-owner when he was asking me if I could send this to the main owner, which I did. And then the owner couldn't do anything, like I said before earlier, asked me to post it afterwards, which I was just doing my job. You can't really blame me for trying to do my job.
You might want to
You,
make the windows a little bit bigger because it's kind of pixely with how small it is. I'm gonna be honest.
it, it's the biggest I can get it to be honest here, but I can try to do my best. How is that? Is that better?
12:18 p.m. And was this? Are you saying that they posted this before or after you posted, or allegedly you posted that one?
Well, this one was posted to me in private DMs first.
Okay.
So this is where the beginning started of this. This one, instead of becoming second, this one would have been technically been third. But I don't have a screenshot between me and the main owner sending, over some stuff because of things that went down afterwards. But
Under.
pretty much after that, I don't really have the screenshots of mine his stuff or what happened. Because then that's when my account was being hacked into and stuff.
Right.
So rip on me on that. But no, see, this is the proof of it. See, this was not made by me.
Mhm.
All yours was the role. I was just doing my job. So yeah. And I was hired in a lot of other different type of Discord servers and stuff like that to work for a lot of people. So can't really get upset with me for stuff like this because it's not really my fault. It really isn't. And I've been accused for a lot of stuff here and there. But now it's time to bring up the video that we wanted to kind of debunk here from one
Mhm.
of the YouTubers that was being used about this.
What I want to ask just one extra question about is, um, how did they make that message? Did they do you think they photo edited it, or do you think they used a bot, or to make it seem like you said that, if that's not something that you posted? Like how do you think
I,
they pulled that trickery?
to be honest with you, I do not know. I know one of my friends uses a certain site that I know of that they can use it to take someone's voice, put it on there, have that site train the voice, and then basically do the voice right afterwards, which would sound
Oh,
just like you.
I was talking about the screenshot. The screenshot where it was,
Oh,
yeah.
you mean the screenshot? Well, the screenshot was pretty much taken from their behalf, which I guess they were also part of that Discord server at one point, and I guess they must have took it and then they were taking everything out of content. They were trying to claim that it was in my Discord server when it was never posted in my Discord server. This was only posted in the one of the people that I worked for.
What I no, but what I'm asking is, how did they make it look like your account posted that message?
How?
Okay, if, someone Cool Duel just said, yeah, simple Photoshop can. I agree. I'm just also wondering, like, is there also the option of could it have also been like a bot or something else? Like, I'm
I
Definitely
don't know.
willing. That's
To
fair.
be honest with you, I don't know. I honestly don't know because I've had people personate me in the past before, which we'll get to those pictures very soon to show you guys. Just hear me out all the way to the full point. But let's get to this video right here very quick before I forget. So this video right here, that everyone can see, I did full screen it so you can see it so it doesn't look so pixelated. So keep in mind what you're going to hear from the beginning is my voice at first inside the game, but the second voice you will hear will not be my voice, but it will sound like me, but it isn't
Okay.
because you will tell very quickly. So here we go.
I can't hear anything.
You can't hear it.
Oh, wait a second. Try again.
Okay, let me rewind that again. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, I'm not hearing anything.
Oh, here. Do you want to show it on your side then? I can send you the video on my behalf and you can play it for me.
I mean, I have it pulled up in the where is it? Show chat? Okay. Uh there we go. So, I'm just gonna play it because I'm hearing a specific vocal pattern in your voice.
Mm-hmm.
Let me.
Listen to yourself again and tell me you're not wrong. For safety of the server, child porn will no longer be allowed in. You said
That, yeah, there are certain bits and pieces it kind of cut off, I think. And that doesn't really sound like the way that you'd pronounce certain things. It kind of sounds really awkwardly spoken, if I'm going to be honest. Like, if you read that aloud, like, just try to almost read it as if you would actually read something like that. But, like, maybe we should pick a different rule. Because I don't share the window,
Well,
not the screen. Oh. Cooldo says that in order for us to hear yours, you have to share the window and not the screen. That makes sense.
true. Okay, then I'll do that right now. Then should I do that right now
It's okay,
so
I
that everyone
already.
can hear it?
Well,
Oh, you already did it.
yeah, I already have it pulled up. I'm just gonna play just a couple more.
that. Your words. Stop. You said no longer. You were involved in a TF2 sex ring like Jeffrey Epstein. You're crazy.
This is a lot of words.
Why are you fighting me? I have all the proof on you. I have it clipped. I don't know why he's bullshitting.
Did you play it all the way from the very beginning already? I'm guessing.
I am. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to listen. Uh, I definitely hear a difference in if you were the person that asked if you think it's chill to pick on a person who's handicapped. I definitely hear a difference in your pronunciation and your vocal patterns there. Though I will admit, you might not want to use that as a defense. It doesn't always paint the best picture. Just for future.
Yeah, I'm just saying because if I had to read the rule, I don't mind reading it so that it shows people that I, in a quote, were not the one that did it.
Mhm.
Because I'm just trying to prove my innocence at this point. That's all I'm trying to do.
That's fair. And could you? Oh
Mhm.
heck, how would you play that? So there are no unokay words in the examples you sent me of the AI being used for your voice prior, right?
I did send you some clips of them, yes, and they are pretty much safe for work. But I would recommend maybe not playing the really big long one because it does have a lot of cursing in it. So maybe just say use the one about the Discord thing, which she goes, "Ugh, come on, Discord."
Hold
Like I
on.
say this in a
Okay,
nicer
so
way.
okay, I'm going off of names here. Are we talking the Navy SEALs Rainbow, 11 Labs, or Bruh?
Levin Labs, it would be the one
Okay.
that has me saying about something about Discord.
Okay.
Okay, Discord, don't start pulling this.
Yeah, there's it sounds very stiff.
And you can see the AI can never get everything accurately. So if you pair that with the AI that was also being used, you can pretty much see comparisons of where it's actually lining up pretty well that it was an AI than my actual voice.
Yeah. It's a very short clip that they use too, which makes it harder to, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it gets a little bit harder to offer it as like a real thing to really pick apart because it's just so short. There's not a lot to pick apart. But I've done voice acting for a while and voice acting coaching before, and personally, I do kind of hear a stiffness in the pronunciation, and I'm hearing some patterns that, doesn't quite sound like it'd be coming from you in actuality. So that does, yeah. But sorry, continue. What's next?
Well, let's see. There was a post afterwards one of my friends sent me when that happened, when the people were trying to accuse me of stuff from the past when we were dealing with this problem. Now, Tails could also confirm this as well because Tails was around when that did happen. Am I correct or right or wrong on that one, Tails?
You're correct.
And
Can
I'll let her
you
explain from her. I'll let her explain on her side here in a second.
can you expand the window and zoom in?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do.
Oh, thank you.
So one of my friends was asking me for trading cards for Delirium and all the other stuff.
Here, let
He was
me.
telling me,
They
go
said,
ahead.
"Hey, would you like to make a trade on Steam? I have only two trading cards from Delirium, and I don't feel like selling them, but rather hand them to somebody personally." And you responded, "Eh?" And they were like, "Okay, what's the problem? You seem a bit confused. I'm asking if you want to trade if you have a Steam account. I have two trading cards. I know you like Delirium. You even talked about it when we were in call. That's why I'm asking." Oh, and FYI, the so-called drama community is onto you again. They claim that you SA'd a small bean, but that's just a rumor. If they keep this up, I will officially expose them for who they really are, because I'm not really afraid of, and cuts off. Oh, that was you saying that. Understandable.
Yeah,
Your
because
vocabulary, I would go with a little bit more of a formal vocabulary. Uh, your defensive reaction to a lot of things seems to be a lot of I'm gonna get them back, I'm gonna stab them back, and that doesn't always paint the best picture, and it doesn't make a lot of people open up to wanting to listen to you, I think. Um,
well, this was younger me though. This was back in 2020. This is one before I was even older yet. That's why I finally
okay.
hit my wisdom afterwards. Well, not wisdom, but me being a little bit more smarter to what I'm saying after the years. Because you got to remember, with a lot of years of trying to think correctly, it's hard for me to come up with words what I want to say sometimes because of my dyslexia. But I'm not using my dyslexia as an excuse or anything like that. It's more hard for me to actually focus because of ADHD and all
Me
that other
too.
stuff. And then when you get all these messages, it kind of just it puts a lot of stress on me. Let's just say that at this point.
I know how that feels.
But to point this other stuff out, now I do want to get to this part now, which is where the slandering fine comes in. So, which part do you want to start with first? The threats, or would you prefer
Turn it
if
up.
we started with the other stuff? What part would you ever want to start with?
Okay.
Well, I'm asking you, which one do you want to start with? The threats or the other stuff?
Um, I think we should probably start with the threats because that's definitely on the chopping block because you're being like actively spoken about with these types of deals, I think. And the threats are kind of like it's part of it. It just adds a lot of extra stress and puts a lot more weight onto how all of this has been affecting you. Because one of my big emphasizers here is that people need to talk to each other, not about each other. And this is the result of talking about each other, not to each other. People get stressed out, they get lies thrown about them, they lose friends, and it just kind of messes me up. And like, I want the truth and actuality to be out there. So like, whoever needs to talk is gonna do their talking. What's up?
All right. All right, now let's see here. If I now go ahead and share my screen directly to my video for the moment here, which bear with me here for the moment because you can probably see from my share screen, you can see Discord's taking its sweet time. Come on, Discord. It shouldn't take this long. Come on.
Naval Frontline in chat says, so question, the videos we found are well over 2 to 3 years ago. AI voices didn't exist yet. What's going on?
They would have been in development.
And then there's also Glamrock Baby saying the allowing CP in his server screenshot was not edited. Yeah, you might want to look at the YouTube chat under the stream, because, I mean, people are right to have their questions and they're right to expect a response. Makes sense.
Hang on.
Maybe I should yoink the link. There we are. Yoink. Yoink. And this makes it a lot easier because.
Yeah, my okay, sorry about that. My Discord was freezing up on me at the last moment, and this is why I don't really like Discord. Now, GlamrockBonnieR, okay, so you're sending me this video to look at it, correct?
Okay, just look at the YouTube stream chat, please, because I'm seeing comments and people have questions, and I think, yeah, they deserve an answer. Like, I think this should be a good time for you to have direct
Thank you.
interaction back and forth, because communication
Yeah.
is, you know.
Yeah, just give me a minute. I just gotta get the video popped up over here, and then I gotta turn on the volume. I was about to play the video with the death threats that were played, and I just want to make things understanding
Yeah.
so that everyone can understand here. It's just I don't know what's going on with my computer today.
Yeah, you might want to check the stream chat, because I can't answer these questions. These are questions for you, bro.
I know I'm trying to get to them right now. I'm just waiting for my computer to respond because I'm trying to scroll up and down. You can probably see, I can't see it, but here to show that I'm looking at it. I guess I could just put it back on all my share screens, and if there's any videos that need to be played, I guess I could just send them over to you in this chat for you to look at them and play them, because I think my computer is not going to handle it. To be honest, here we go. So there, I got my share screen going to show proof that I'm sharing my screen for everyone to see.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Apparently, it says on your stream, it still says the stream is ended. I guess it may just take a little bit. I guess.
Latency, yeah.
Yeah.
We're just
All
worried
right.
about
Well,
the questions, so can you read through that?
yeah.
And yeah.
Well, which part were they at? Because I'm trying to figure out what part that where they're asking that question's at.
And not entirely question, more like they're bringing up points, and I'm expecting you to respond.
Okay. Okay. To confirm some things for Grandma Baby to understand, Grandma. Oh,
Uh-oh.
what in the world happened to my
What have you
browser?
done?
I didn't do anything. I went to scroll down and it immediately just started refreshing.
That's unfortunate. Uh,
Okay, there it goes. Okay, now it's trying to
so back
refresh here.
to
Just give
what
me a
she
minute.
wanted to know.
Yeah, to answer Grandma Baby's answer to if they're listening, you don't have the full information because you didn't bother to ask me about it. Instead, you're just going based off of assumptions. And I
Well,
would
that's
really
why we're
more
here.
appreciate if you asked me first. That's why we're doing the stream, which you're right about that.
So, like,
Basically, to confirm and debunk things, there has been things that have been said about me and from the past. So the answer to the question, which I'm not going to avoid, basically the image what you saw was a real life image that was shown beforehand, and but the thing that what I can debunk right now, it was never part of my Discord server. This was through a different type of Discord server
you might want to scroll
that was
down too.
owned, which was owned by Ashley. I was hired to work on stuff, like I said earlier, like managing the channels, the roles, and setting up other stuff.
I get you, but now
I was
scroll. You might want to scroll down because they're saying more things.
okay. There is no way to the photo was online because it isn't. But baby, you need to realize, which I needed you to understand from my point of view here right now, You can't just go off of like stuff that you see. You need to actually do more research on it, for example. That's why this stream is here. So I'm trying to explain all this. Now, what was the
So,
question about the I'm trying to figure
well,
out who was asking the question.
well, they asked, about the AI voices. How long ago had the AI voice that had been created with your vocal tones? How long had that been in existence? Because they're saying that they have videos from well before AI up to that grade has existed.
Well, from 3 years ago, if we go further back, AI was already becoming a thing already in one of the years, and there was some examples of certain AI sites want a certain type of locations to be able to be used. I just don't remember the name of them because I never mess with them. I don't use AI
Mm,
on my behalf, so whatever site they use, I have no idea to be honest with you on this. But it was after the very end of the 3 year mark, which was the last remaining year before getting into this year, basically. So, whatever the year the video showed at one point, they were using stuff, and the video was posted 8 months ago, which was in 2023.
mhm.
So, the AI was pretty much used within this year.
Okay. Let me read
If that
these.
if this answers some questions here and there on that behalf of certain stuff.
Naval Frontline is also offering evidence from the server. I I can yoink that. Let me see.
The guy in the video was a troll. He has done this to other people beforehand and always assume things. Keep in mind, everyone, I want everyone to use common sense on this because this is very important if you know this. When you say stuff like this, a lot of people are more willing to frame you for false information or accusations. This could happen a lot, and the lies and the excuses can always come along as well. Now, please bear in mind, I told you this from before. There is more evidence to be shown. So please do not judge me on the bat right away until you know the full story. That's why I'm trying to explain now.
Understandable.
And
Uh,
GB, it's in 2023 that AI did started to exist. It was being worked on within 2022 at the very close of the end of the year of 2022. So some AIs do exist because you can't say they do not when there is 15-point AI, for a good example, that's made
Understandable.
by somebody. So
Um,
that does exist.
Naval, real quick, where's the stuff that you brought up? Because, I mean, covering that is important too. I want to hear all sides. I want everything to be announcements channel. Okay. Uh, nice. Sorry, I was laughing at the Troy walking in with pizza and the place was on fire. I love that meme, I'll be honest. Sorry, off topic. ADHD
But
hit us. Rambo versus which one am I looking to poke at?
are they bringing up about my disabilities or something right
No,
now?
no.
Because I
Here.
know a lot of people, I've been hearing word that people are saying that I was faking my disabilities, which I can't really face that
That's
because,
not the topic.
okay, just making sure because a lot of people did bring up a lot of things beforehand.
Here, so that
Okay,
we're on the same
okay,
page here. So
all
which
right,
one
so
am I
here, I
looking
can
at
see,
first?
okay, the ones by Spanish and Ravani, none of them actually prove of me of being a pedophile. All that they show in these videos
Chill
is
with that
basically
word.
bullying me and stuff like that is what they were doing beforehand, here and there. If people really watched the video all the way through, they would hear Spanish Giovanni never once bring up the word pedophile stuff at all within the actual chats themselves. But people are not really fully paying attention to the actual full picture. People are more likely going to see, like, here, I understand if people have questions, but the problem is this is not really getting us where we need to be because they're focusing on one thing while I'm focusing on another thing, which is more
Yeah.
important right now.
I mean, understandable, but they also have some stuff here.
I already know
Takes.
about this stuff. To be honest with you, I have all this evidence also downloaded on my behalf.
What
I
is this?
also
Uh
have a
oh.
Google Drive. Yes, this is the Google Drive about the stuff. I really am pretty much aware about this stuff right here. But I recommend not showing the images because some stuff does have a couple of NSFW stuff in there that was made by MLP Steve, PvP, the guy that false accused me many years ago, which not everyone knows yet unless they actually hear the full story. And
Understandable.
I actually have the screenshots to back up those claims. That one was by Dr. Looker. That was back on TF2 back then, and I was going through a lot back then. I was a little bit stressed out, and
That's.
I got so much stress I ended up passing out because of it, and then I woke up afterwards.
I mean, I hear you, but like, what's this about?
Lame.
Basically,
Yeah.
the guy named Dr. Looker, he was one of those troll people that just troll people on the internet, mocking them and thinking he was really funny and stuff like that. That video has been taken down off of YouTube already. So this video no longer exists on YouTube except for on Nathan Starr's other video. But Nathan Starr kind of took some of it out of contents because he doesn't fully know. So basically, like I said before, this video has been taken down already. The video that was originally from Dr. Looker no longer exists.
Fair. Hang on, I'm trying to fix the camera.
And to be honest with you, you got to keep in mind,
I am.
this is a younger version of me when I was a little bit more like still in the teenager state by that point. But it was back in 2012 before I was even an adult yet. This is when I was like 17 years old. So you're going to be a little bit immature when you're 17. And I didn't know better until I got older. Everyone makes mistakes. It's normal.
Sorry, I was trying to fix the camera here. Okay.
But anyways, back to the point is, what I'm trying to get thrown across is we're getting a little bit off subject with these other videos because this video right here that you have up right now has nothing to do with the actual harassment or anything like that from these other individuals, which I will point out right now. So this is off topic at this point, which I will be honest with, because this happened back in 2012. The incidents we're trying to cover over right now happened between 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, and including within this year. Is what we're trying to cover.
All right. I can come back to that and review all of that shortly. But for now, yeah, I mean, you talk about what needs to be spoken about, like what we had planned for now, and then I will go back to that and explore that further.
Actually, Alice, if you want, you can join the Discord call because you have been invited here. If you can hear me right now, you have been invited here. But yeah, but let's get back to the original subject because if we go any further, we're gonna get more off of track right now. So
yeah, I definitely value the importance in those documents, and Naval, thank you for that. I will open and look through that shortly. I just need like if you could DM me any guidelines that you might have, like if the video happens to mention or talk too heavily about things that might cause certain buzzwords that will nuke this stream, because, you know.
yeah, but Grandma Baby, I saw what she said, but I want to point this out. Grandma Baby, please understand, you don't have the full picture. You're only getting one side of it because most of that actual evidence was also false accused, and not all of it actually covered everything. So you're only looking at one side of the story still instead of actually both sides. Because remember, my parents told me this: they only make a picture whole, and getting both sides of the story makes the picture bright up more with more better details. If you only have one half, then the whole detail doesn't have everything, and it's completely broken down and not able to be noticeable. But let's get back to the
also,
video that we wanted to show.
Gregory's random show. CP means pictures of people who are much too young to be interacting in certain tones, depicting them interacting with certain tones. It's not okay.
But darn, I can't send this video on here, so I have to play it on my side.
What are you doing? Hold on a second. What's in that?
I'm trying to open the video
Should I back
of
out
the
of
death
this?
threat.
Oh, okay, alright. So it's just a death threat, nothing visual, no problems.
No, it was about the death threats that he said, and I will give a heads up. There might be some cursing in this, but that's a heads up now. If
Mhm.
you remember, I did show you this video before, remember?
Also required is saying some things. They say they have confirmation from the TF2 community of what you did.
But that's not fully true. How can you? We have confirmation from the TF2 community of what you did. That's not fully true. The full point, because if I would have been banned, my account would have been banned a long time ago. See, people are just going based off of stuff and not letting me get a chance to actually explain myself. See, that's kind of being a little bit unfair, and it's actually just being a little bit childish. Come on, guys. Let me at least explain myself here first before you start judging. If you're just gonna go based off of videos, what people say, because like here's an example. Did you know that these people send hackers after me? Also got a hold of my cell phone number, send
Got
death
hold of
threats
the
towards
computer.
me. You don't know about any of these unless you actually look at the proof. Like here, since the Discord stream was kind of being to the point where it doesn't want to work correctly, I'm just gonna have to use the pictures for right now because there is some cursing in this, and I don't want people hearing cursing and stuff because I don't want to get her streams and stuff demoted because I'm trying to be respectful.
Understandable. Oh, Naval Frontline. Bonnie, funny thing, I knew you back then. That's gonna have to be a discussion, I believe. Maybe we can, uh,
I like how you titled yourself
yeah,
the boyfriend.
I was about to say something about the other talking to Swift, and, yes, honey, you are wrong. You are my sweet snuggle bear soulmate. You are not just the boyfriend. Anyway, uh, the video that you were going to show, sorry.
Yeah, I was going to show the video, but some reason my computer is being weird today.
Mm.
Where did my Discord go? Yep, there. See, there's my Discord.
Oh yeah, I was thinking about, Naval, do you think we could
On my
get you
top, and now the
into,
stream went down.
for the sake of communication, Naval, do you think that we could get you into a call with, Rainbow in, right here, for, like, another stream in the future? Because I think that's a deeper dive that definitely deserves the, care and respect of having a discussion, you know what I mean?
What is going on with my computer all of a sudden? Why is it not letting me access the file now? What is going on?
I am unsure.
Ugh. Come on, computer. Come on. Ugh. My computer really likes to be a butt. I can tell you that right now.
Understandable. I can see
That's
why
the
you
thing.
wouldn't have been able to make a video on your own. I don't think your computer would have handled even recording.
I need to maybe close this for right now because I think this is what's causing me lagging.
That's fair.
Let me close that for right now so I can focus on this because this is more important. I'm trying to bring up the death threats and I can't even bring them up because my computer is being dumb right now. Computer, you really choose the bad timing to actually really do these type of things. Darn it.
Glamrock said being
Okay.
he asked me to play it for
You
you.
know what? Here. I'm just gonna post it in here for you to read it for me because my computer's just really being dumb. So here, let me post these in. And Tails is in this chat room right now because she was also involved with this pictures. Computer, come on. Computer.
Hold on, baby. I
Oh
have my
boy.
Glamrock Baby said, Bonnie, I never thought of you as a bad person before, but the screenshot scared me and I didn't know how to react. I should have talked to you about it.
Yeah, because trust me, I went through a lot myself as well, and I've been receiving death threats. And I will be honest with you, when I saw a community talking bad about your community, I was very upset about that. I will tell you that because I've been because what's it called? Astro showed me some screenshot about a certain thing, but we'll talk about that outside of this because right now it's not really the main thing right now. But just please hear me out when I done sending these photos first. If you want to read them, Alex, since one of them is from your behalf. Oh, goodness gracious, come on!
Alright.
Okay.
Discord is really okay. Go ahead, Alex. I'll let you speak now.
Alright. First, I'm gonna read the first two. Paper
Mm-hmm.
Mario Fan. Hey, F. Yeah, I'm just gonna censor myself like that. I just heard that you are you know what, in a relationship with a 16-year-old girl. You effing dream of even doing anything else to her. I will find you and I will effing crack your. Yeah, I'm not gonna. Yeah, no. So, F you, F your dad, and F whatever inbred family you come from. You effing dream of even doing anything else to her. I will find you. Yeah, there. You are effing history, you little slimy bee. I will have you in a effing toilet when I see you. Your head will be effing broken. And then, of course, me being me, I said, hello, I would like to inform you that threatening someone is technically illegal. You could go to jail for threatening RTI. So this is a warning. You are now on my SH list. You are hanging out with the wrong person, kid. That's I'm going to say. And frankly, he's the only one who will go to jail if he effing touches you. You're 16 and he's 27. If that's not sketchy, then I don't know what is. Then they
All right.
got banned from
Yeah, give me a
DeviantArt
minute.
after that.
Okay, give me a minute. I need something to say. Um, Pauls, this is not the best time to add people into here. Please and thank you. You didn't really ask any of us if we can have someone else added here. You should have asked first.
Uh,
Because this is what I'm trying to talk about. We're trying to cover things over. But, anyways, Alex, can you tell everyone who that 16-year-old was?
That 16-year-old was me. Back then, me and Bonnie here went by Rainbow Thunder Infinite, and I went by I think Allie or Tails or whatever. And basically, Cosmic and them were harassing me and harassing RTI and saying that he was dating me when no, he was not.
hmm. Oh, sorry, Christina. Yeah, some VR chat drama is following, and I'm just offering a platform so that everybody has full communication. Also, Naval Frontline would like to be added to the group call. I let him know that we have a lot to cover at the moment, but once you have shown everything that you intend to show and explain everything that you've intended to explain, uh, we should definitely add him because I really want more communication about all of this. It's a very it's a very sensitive topic and subject, and I believe that anything worth talking about is worth doing so over a calm voice and over a cup of tea.
Okay, give me a moment. I need to answer Paul's here. Paul's, I cannot be adding other people on the call. This is what I was talking about.
Just one
Right?
person, that's it.
No, Paul's, not
Okay,
right now.
okay, okay.
This
It's
is not
not that
time
type
for
of time.
jokes. This is not the time.
But anyways, back to the point. So back in 2019, for everyone who's listening, in 2019, I also received a phone call from a private phone number, which I found out that they were the same people that were choosing to harass me from the past then that are also friends with MLP Steve. I know you probably may have heard this name as of recently. If you're wondering who MLP Steve is, I will get you guys to fully understand the full wraparound and showing you the proof what I have never done. All right, but here's the example for those who are listening. For example, my image thing is not working. So if this is my old phone from the past. If you can for me, Crystal, show everyone this. These were the private numbers that were called, and I also did call the police over this to see if they can do something about it. And you could
Mm,
clearly see that the police was indeed called.
understandable. So they were calling
And
you
this
and saying that they were gonna like do stuff to you?
exactly, they were sending me death threats through the calls, saying that they'll come to my house,
Yeesh.
and then they said they were going to shoot my brains out.
Oh. All right, that's a little. Listen,
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you say what needs to be said. I'm gonna grab another cup of tea and use the restroom, but
Hmm.
I'll let you do your talking while I do that.
All right. Well, here, I guess I could finally start talking about the MLP Steve thing that was been going on. So I think everyone deserves to know. So the person by the name of MLP Steve PVB was one of my original mall makers that used to be part of my community a long time ago, back in the year of 2019. I paid around $200 to this man to make our models. So 50 November, December 100, and $100 again in January. He kept giving me deadlines, excuses, and lies, and not doing his job like he's supposed to. It only took him probably like 2 or 3, no, maybe not 2 or 3 hours, but it only took him to put the models together within, because we were recycling models and reusing some models from the game assets already to use them to remake them differently. It would only take him for at least a couple of minutes to put them together, should we say. And he sat there telling everyone that like in one of these videos I have on my screen said I cannot play because of my computer right now. But he tried to claim that I forced people to change artwork, which was not true, because I do have payments that shows that I did pay people to make updates to certain pictures, and it cost me a lot of money to do so. And let me get the stream back open so I can see what everyone else is saying at the same time. Apologies, since my computer is really behind schedule. And I'll even post it in here so that they could still be seen by other people that could show them on the list here. I just want people to know that I'm not trying to avoid anything like that. But anyways, back to the point is the guy named MLP Steve used to work for me at one point before I fired him. He owes me money right now, so we speak, and all that other stuff. Other things basically also happened here and there. And when stuff was going down, he was accusing me for stuff that was never really true either. Because I'm not really a type of person that forces people to do something out of their own free will. Like, for example, he claims that I forced him to make artwork or a video before. But to be honest here, I can't really force someone that lives all the way in Texas while I live in Michigan. That makes no sense. Okay, come on, computer. I don't have the time for you to be breaking down on me, damn it. Sorry for my cursing. I am going to retake that word back right about now. Trying to do my best as much as I can. Anyways, okay. So basically is I'm going to show you guys some photos that have been between his lies, should we say, that I am about to give to them to show you guys. You could read them when you want to see and what you want to believe, but please keep an open mind about all this because I'm trying to find them right now. So bear with me. I'm just trying to find the right folder. Here's the correct folder right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to post this into the chat room that I'm already in. Okay, come on, PC. Come on. I really hate when my PC does this. I'm already struggling enough as it is. I'm trying to show proof. Too many. Oh my goodness. You're killing me, Discord. You're killing me. All right, here we go. Now I'm gonna be able to find post them in here. I'm gonna have to do them separately for each one. Okay, come on, PC. Stop being a butt for like 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Can you stop doing that? Goodness. It's already frustrating enough as it is. My PC wasn't doing this like earlier. I shut down my PC earlier because then someone can, because I was getting my stove piece fixed. Okay, there we go. All right. What I'll basically explain about these, I just recently just posted in here, and I'll explain to everyone that needs to understand what's going on. Basically, the first one was from December 20th, 2020, because he wanted to pay me back and stuff. So the best way to do it was to build the mall, because I wasn't going to make him pay back money. I just wanted to advertise, the malls, not advertise, but the malls to be done for the TF2 stuff, which never ended up happening, sadly, to be honest here. So you can see right here, I said hi. He said, oh, hey, how are you? Tired. I just woke up. Where I left at our whole electricity went out because of a snowstorm. Rip. But my electricity is back on. Okay. Are you busy? Question mark. Yeah. Okay. I was just going to ask to see if I can call or no? Question mark. Sorry. I am busy. Okay. Well, you be my tongue. Wanted when will you work on the stuff? See, my brain's out of it. I feel bad. I don't know what to say. Okay, yeah, no worries. I lost track. Okay, yeah. He says, I got your textures fixed this morning. He fixed my personal model, but then I did talk about the other models afterwards for the TF2 stuff. Because I used to make a lot of like SFM artwork back then. Okay, come on, Discord. There we go. Okay, thanks. And what about the TF2 MLP robots? I'll get to work. I'll get to them tomorrow. Okay, thanks. You are a good friend. No problem. And then we get to the 13th. No response. And then I respond back on the 20th after the 13th. No response. And then I did get a response back from him the next day after. MLP Steve, so how are those models doing, the MVM ones? I'm not home at the moment. Okay. Hi, can I call? No, I'm sorry. No, I'm busy. Sorry. And then we go from that. Yeah, because you can see between the gaps of each one.
Yeah, like
Hi.
you were waiting on things and they were just not getting done.
Yeah, because he told me he would work on them tomorrow, and that is when he said that on. Let's see, what date was that set on? Tomorrow. So that would have been on this screenshot right here, which was the 12th of December, and he still didn't finish them. Still, no, I do not want to delete that. I want to go back onto the picture, please. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, hi. How are those robot models dealing with some? I'm not going to say that word. Okay. MLP, and then this is on the 29th now. MLP Steve, to let you know, your deadline will be on March 1st if I do not see the models, okay? And he put down a thing. And then by the way, I sent you the cutie marks to work with with the robots. He says, I saw them and I'll use them. Okay. And then we get to January. We went from the 29th to January 6th. How are the MLP models? I didn't ask every single day. I asked once in a while. And I didn't really get a response on that very day, so I left it be. And then I asked on the July 7th, not in July, but January 7th afterwards. I said, hi, what's up? How are you? Fine, I guess. Are you busy? Why? Can I call her? No? Question mark. I can't tonight. Then can I call you tomorrow? I guess. And then tomorrow comes around the corner. He doesn't even bother to even try to answer. Well, I waited for him to call me because I told him here and there. I texted him on Steam, asked him if I can call or no, but then no response. And then we get to January 13th, 2021 now. Are you, and I tried calling him. I said, are you there? He goes, I'm helping someone. Did you ever get to work on the MVM robots, the MLP ones, where our post to talk on, we're supposed to talk on January 8th, and you were never online. I just been very busy. Well, people are waiting on me for the MVM server, but I can't build it yet until I have the models. It
Right.
will be done before March, like I said, but it shouldn't take all the way to March to finish a model because it didn't take them that long. I'm
Yeah.
busy as F because I already have plans. Okay.
High tech.
I could see you playing GTA 5, I mentioned, because he was playing GTA 5. He was not really busy because he's been playing games all weekend and he hasn't even worked on the models. And I called him out for that. And then we get to January 20th, 2021. I tried calling him again. Once again, no response from before. And then we get to January 23rd, 2021. I said hi. He said yes, question mark. And did you ever work on the malls? Blah, blah, blah. And then he makes up an excuse. But I'll read it all the way through. It says hi, yes. Did you ever work on the models? Dude, chill on that. They will be done. Okay, because the reasons why I asked is because you told me you were going to work on them tomorrow on December 12th, and it's already way past that. I know I gave you the deadline on March 1st. I know it's not March 1st yet, which I did agree to that.
Mm.
So I'm
Yeah.
just checking up on some updates. That's all.
I think we
Because
get
I'm
it.
making, yeah. And then basically, this is where he says right here at the very end, I'm making sure they didn't bug out.
Yeah.
And then it
We're
says right
losing.
here he'll begin on in February,
I gotcha.
basically.
Yeah. Sorry, we're losing a little bit of retention.
Sorry.
So how long just the dates that went on to since what I'm gathering last December and then up until how
This
recently?
stuff. Well, the last time I did receive some of the malls already worked on since back in 2019. But when I paid him an extra when I paid him $100 on December, he was supposed to work on the models, but he never got back to them at all.
Hmm.
He gave me excuses, like telling me that the robot soldier wasn't painted. And this was from 2019 right here, which if I pulled this up, you could see right here, this was from 2019. Well, not this one, actually. This was from 2020, actually. 2021,
Hmm.
actually, 2021. Now, if we go right here, this date right here on the file itself does show when it was released. And it says it right here. Where's my file? Where is my file hiding? Open up. Okay, yeah, here it goes. The file's name says right here 14 and then 12/20/2019, and the model was already painted.
Hmm.
So he kept giving me multiple excuses after the time.
Mm.
And then in 2020, afterwards, when it got into July, after Steve wasn't doing his job, he made an SFM video that he claimed that I forced him to make, which this is when me and him stopped being friends after this point and moved on, right?
This isn't gonna show anything that's gonna piss off
Well,
YouTube, right?
well, here's the thing. It is definitely censored. I will say that right now, but I don't feel comfortable showing it at the same time. But like I said, if you think it's not worthy to show, then I will not show it.
Well, I'm just asking if it has something in there spicy to get me fucking banned.
All right, well, no. Basically
Okay.
is in the actual folder, there's evidence of him sending stuff to some underage minors, should we
Ooh.
say, that were my friends back in the past that he tried to manipulate and lie to.
Ugh.
And let's just say this SFM video that he made, that he tried to say that I forced him to make. He sent this to two underage minors by the name of Triforce Ellie and Chazza34. And they went on his side and basically said that I was in the wrong when I can't force Steve to do anything out of his own free will. He lives in
Exactly.
Texas. I live in Michigan. What am I gonna do something bad? I can't do anything.
Yeah, it does. Like, animation's a very long process, and if dude really wasn't comfortable, I mean, he could have just easily shared screenshots of you pressuring him or whatever, and then it would have been pretty much done from there, combusted. Like, nobody's forcing you to make thousands of frames to put together something that makes you vastly uncomfortable. It feels a little far-fetched, I'll be honest.
And to be honest here, he had no screenshots of between me and his DMs because it never happened. He kept trying to claim people, telling them that he did indeed have screenshots of me texting him in DMs about the video. But then I said, that's funny because last time I checked, we never text because we removed ourselves as friends
Hmm.
because you kept lying to me every single time about the mall. So I fired you again and had enough. I gave you your second chance a long time ago. And that was back in February, is when I stopped being friends with him.
Mm.
This takes all the way about in July, and he's just trying to start drama for no reason and manipulated my friends and lied to them and all that other stuff that went down. Then he tried to accuse me about someone else. I know, I understand, but Ham here. If I have permission to show this, because it is censored, I actually have the screenshot of what he posted to the underage minors, and I did indeed censored it.
Okay.
So the censor picture should be in here of where I last put it.
Here, I'll
Here it
minimize this.
is.
Okay.
It's just, let's just hope it opens up on my computer here so I can show the proof,
There we
because
go.
I I want to debunk this. If it doesn't want to work, actually, better yet, no. I will send this directly to you here, actually, because I know it's censored because I censored it myself. Because if I was going to show this to anyone else, I wanted to show proof that it was indeed censored. Because it did
Yeah.
have a very inappropriate picture, which I did not really appreciate.
Oh, yeah, what the fuck? Yeah,
Yeah,
it doesn't make any sense because you don't have any you can't force him to do anything. You don't have any information or anything on him, and at that point it would be blackmail, and that's pretty easy to just take to the police at that point. So that's not gonna work out. It's not like he's holding your firstborn hostage. I mean, you're not holding his firstborn hostage or whatever. It doesn't sound like it would make any sense because it's like if you're not comfortable and you don't want to do it, it's not like you're locked into a contract like a Disney employee, you know?
yeah. And possibly from there, I do have the evidence of Yumi confirming her age to also debunk the lies that were also being said,
Hmm.
that I also do have. I just got to find them in one of my folders here because they're somewhere in here, like I said. Because I know I got, here we go. I found them. So here, I will post the two other pictures of the conversation between me and Yumi on Steam.
Mhm.
Because, like I said, I have nothing to hide at all. And this is all nothing but the truth. And there, I'll even throw that third picture in there if you want to get straight to the point to it. You'll have to show it on your stream's behalf because I can't really do it because my computer's kind of being that.
I don't use Discord no more. I just want to ask a question. Are you 20 years old right now? Yeah, and I'm a busy one right now. I have a lot to do. I'm not free like before. 'Cause Steve tried to say that you were 16. Nah. Tried to make me out as a blah. I'm 20. How is your dated? Okay. Um, who are you? Don't remember me? No, should I? Oh, used to be an admin on Can, but are you that rainbow or with it? Whatever. Find out why you deleted. Okay, why you deleted it. That's the beginner. Okay,
Hmm.
I see. So you wanted to clarify because people were accusing you of being with a 16-year-old, and you were like, no.
No, I was never with a 16-year-old, and I've never done anything to any underage minors because people were not paying attention before. I've told baby this before that I've also defended up for my sister that almost did get raped before. Sorry for
Careful
saying
with
that
that
word out
word.
there. Yep. Sorry. I caught myself at the last moment. I realized what I said.
Mhm,
But the point is, I had to punch my friend off of my sister to order to protect her in any type of way because of these reasons.
mhm.
And I do not like people that try to do things like that to anyone. Because, see, I'm her older brother, and it's my responsibility to make sure that she's being safe. And this
Right.
thing could be the same example right here with these what these photos are being shown about.
Mhm.
So go ahead and I'm gonna let Tails speak up about all the other stuff that she's gone through by these same individuals, by Cosmic and the others, because they also did the same things to me as well.
Yeah.
Tails?
Alright, so basically, I was going through my own drama, but one of the people named Lord Ben Maza, he basically was streaming on me back when I had a big, well, not big, but a semi small YouTube channel. And basically, he, out of anger, called me a pedophile. But then someone in his stream stopped him and said, no, she's 16 to 17, not a pedophile. And yeah.
So they were calling everyone that word constantly and slandering and then finding ways how to manipulate the situation. And they also did forgery some stuff on their own behalf and tried to force me and her into calls out of her own free will and basically trying to manipulate her in the past and try to do a lot of meaningful things to them. And they even caused her a lot of her own community to leave,
Yeah.
which I think is unfair. Just like what's happening with my community right now with the false accusations as being brought back up even
Mhm.
after I went to court for it to complete the stuff that would happen.
Yeah.
But
Uh,
I'm gonna I'm gonna let you speak now, Crystal.
yeah. I mean, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me as to why people would just throw away or throw around such a damning accusation. Like, it's really wild. And the fact that people are just like listening to this, nodding their heads, and then immediately following through, it really bothers me because it's like, if somebody has a personal gripe with somebody and they just don't like that person, they don't want to interact with them, they are fully within their right to set a boundary and not interact with that person. You can block them, you can mute them, you can turn them away at any given time that you want and feel like, but it just doesn't make sense to me why they would turn around and try to do something like that. Because, dude, you can set your boundaries. You don't have to destroy somebody's life in order to set your boundaries. And secondarily, why people are just like listening and then blocking and dipping and running. It's like, I understand you might have some pretty wild stuff to deal with already and in your life, but I feel like when something this hefty is being thrown around, you should probably hear it from the source, because that's not something you just, let play telephone. You have to actually talk to, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I get what you mean. And to be honest here, now how all this drama got brought back up within VR chat. Are you okay if I mention the names at this time that brought this old drama back, even after it was been cleared after 3 years ago, after I cleared my innocence in court?
Well, I mean, if somebody did something, then, they got to be held to it. I mean, if I was to do something or say something or bring something up and it started causing a whole fiasco, I would own it and be like, yeah, I did that. It probably wasn't the best idea. My bad. Because, I mean, human beings, we make decisions that might not be the most well thought out. And I don't know, maybe they were just slighted, felt slighted, and wanted to seek some. I don't know. Like, I can't see where a lot of this is coming from personally. I just really
But
hope that it's, I just hope that we can come to some kind of conclusion because it's like, if it's a behavioral thing, if they did this as like a behavioral, just something they do as a response to conflict, then um, I would just want to have a conversation with them, be like, yo, it doesn't have to be this way. We can handle this, another way. And I don't like when people get nudged by their ego into the box of, I have to be right, I have to be perfect, I have to be this. Because, like, you're a person, you're human. That ain't gonna happen. So, I just hope that this can all be cleared up and come to some kind of peaceful conclusion because, this. Yikes.
but before we continue any further, Tails, do you want to be the one to have the honors to mention who they are? 'Cause I know you haven't got
Uh,
to say a word yet.
the
No,
people
Tails.
who were
Oh, no, Tails. I meant to say Alex. My bad. I am so sorry. I got the names mixed up. Um, Alex, do you want to say something, or would you prefer if I said it for you? Alex.
You good?
Okay. Well, I guess I could just mention the names that caused the drama in the first place and why this drama is even continuing.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. Ready? The three people's names that caused this drama, and you can be upset with me if what I mention, but I hope you all understand the truth when you learn it. Nessa Bunny was one of them. The other one was by Rejack, and the last one was Titanic.
Mm,
Oh, I think her internet cut out, is what happened.
understandable. Also, Titanic, I believe, is one of the people that wanted to get into the group chat. So
Okay.
I believe that would be
I
for the best because, again, communication.
I mean, I can get some things cleared if I can get another point of view. I'm not gonna point any fingers though. I just mentioned what I know, and that's it. But
Yeah.
if Titanic wants to talk about this, then I will do this civilized. I will
Okay.
not yell. I will not hire my voice, and everyone in the stream could see for themselves that I will be a very, very calm back person and have to hear what he has to say.
Okay. Do you want me to add him now or do you want me to hold off on that? Do you have more to share?
I don't have any. Well, there is more to somewhat share, but at the same time, everyone's kind of losing interest in it, as I have been noticing in the stream.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to bore. I don't want to bore everyone to the full point about all this, to be honest. But at the same time, I just wanted to at least get some of the proof, the true, not true, to prove my innocence. I meant to say to prove my innocence of what basically happened, and I just want them to know the truth. Ah, did it again. I
Mm-hmm.
have a force of habit of that word.
First, I'll read this out loud once you get the chance. Hi, I'm Alex. Yes, the person named Gregory's random. Hello. Show on my behalf. I think Bonnie's innocent and I left the Fazbear's Pizza show due to this incident. I might go back since I've read the proof, but I am torn. I've lost friends, but at least one of them stuck around when I met Tails. I knew Bonnie wasn't lying and I hope everyone can be at peace. Yeah, me too, but I mean, personally, I believe that everybody is entitled to set their their boundaries as they feel comfortable. Like, for instance, I could have a homie who is like my best friend in the world, but if somebody else on my friends list just doesn't vibe with them, that's fine. I'm not gonna like question them or pressure them. They made that decision. They wanted to put up a boundary for their personal interests and comforts, and I can respect and support that. So, I mean, I don't really think anybody worth their salt on your friends list is, right to be pecking at who's on your friends list or try to police who you're friends with because that seems very controlling. Like, yeah, they could talk to you about some things that they've noticed, some behaviors that they've noticed, or some things that they've heard, but again, that all comes back to talk to the source, interact with that, find full context, open up communications. So
Well, sorry for interrupting. Apologies. Sorry.
oh, you're good.
But no, I just wanted to say one thing before I really do forget. Like here, see, I'm willing to move off of this stuff, to be honest here, and I just want people to understand that you just can't believe everything what you see or hear
Mhm.
until you actually get both sides, get a more bigger picture here. That's what I'm trying to talk about. And to be honest here, even if what the people has done to me, I'm willing to let that stuff go because I don't want to be assumed by the drama. I've already dealt with that stuff almost my whole life. Me and my family had to. We had to keep moving a lot because of false rumors and causing us almost to live down the street a couple times.
Mhm.
I don't really want to go back down that road already enough as it is, and that stuff was not fun. I
Unders
just don't like drama in general.
That's fair. So do you want me to add Titanic now, or
Up to you on your behalf. I'll let you choose.
alright, here you
It
go.
is after your stream.
Yeah, I'm on the mantle of I believe everybody's voice is valuable and everybody deserves to be heard. And if there's conversations that can be had and communications that can be had, please do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I said, if there were some misunderstandings here and there, I'm willing to listen to those as well. Like I said before.
Hmm. I have.
So, like I said, I'm here to listen to what you have to say, Titanic. I want you to know that.
Did he join yet?
Yeah,
I
he's
am
in
right
here.
here. I'm
Okay.
right here.
Okay, bet. I really appreciate you coming to chat and conversate about this.
Yeah.
I value your voice, homie. I'll mute. Would you guys like to do the talking, and I'll step in if need be?
Whatever what you want to do on this behalf. Like I said, it is after all your stream. It's your choice.
Yeah, I got you. I mean, I'm just acting as a platform because, again, I believe everybody deserves a
Mhm.
voice and the opportunity to speak and get their voice heard. Um, so
Yeah.
it's really if you guys want to talk and if you guys feel like managing it. The only time I would step in is if like vocabulary got too spicy for the scanners that YouTube has.
Hmm.
That's about
Yeah,
it
I would
though.
recommend the thing is I would say I recommend not saying any bad words. So to say that.
I understand that.
Hmm.
But Titanic, do you see where I'm coming from now at this point?
A bit. Yeah.
See, I've never done anything to any minors. I promise you that 100%. I never have because my parents always raised me not to do that because I'm about to say something you don't know yet, and why my mom didn't want me to go down those type of roads. See, my mom, right, got, and I'm not gonna say that word, by her uncle. Do you understand what I'm saying right now?
Shit.
Yeah, and I'm my mom's firstborn son, and she raised me to never be like that. And I listened to everything what my mom said. And to tell you the truth right now, I've lived with my mom for a very long time, even with my disabilities or not that I had. See, there was only one time I did move out at the age of 18 when I first moved out, but then it didn't work out too well. So I moved back with my mom. I didn't move out of my mom's place until I was like 24 after that point, and then I moved in with a roommate afterwards, which my roommate was very racist and very rude and disrespectful a lot. And then I stayed there in 2014 and then moved out in 2019, moved up north. I moved up north with my dad, and I lived within his house for a while before getting my own place. And where I live in the middle of nowhere, like literally the middle of nowhere. And I always sit in my apartment 24/7, just trying to play video games, keep the band going, having fun. Because my number one goal for my band is just to have fun. Nothing really competitive. I just wanted to take
Hmm.
a long break from drama because a lot of people on TF2 were causing drama and stuff, and we were
Yeah,
calling out
I
a lot
I
of hackers
remember
and
all of
stuff.
that.
Yeah, because you see, we were calling out hackers back then, and my friend and me were tracking down hackers and calling them out and then reporting them afterwards. But eventually, I gave up after that point, after the aimbot started coming out for the sniper after that point.
That's when I stopped playing as well.
Yeah, and then I got into another game that made me feel the same way like TF2, which was VR chat. And trust me, I appreciated all the friends I've made friends with, and I still appreciate them to this day. I just wish people would just listen to what I had to say because it reminds me a lot when I was growing up as a kid. When I tried to say something, people would just ignore me and say that you have disabilities. We don't want to listen to anything you have to say. That's what people used to tell me a long time ago, and always looked down on me and used to spit in my food even when I went to lunch, and I was always looked down on. But whenever I came on the internet, I felt more safe. Like I didn't have to worry about that stuff anymore. Like I have a whole life to myself to make new friends and spend time on the internet and just kick back and relax. That's all I wanted to do. But drama always kept coming back to me every single time. It's like I could never get a break of it. Just brings back a lot of bad memories for my family, what we had to suffer through. But that stuff really gets really depressing after a while, so I probably shouldn't talk about that part. The most focus right now is that I want everyone to understand the truth. I just want people to understand me. I might have disabilities. Yes, I might fuck up on some things, but that one thing, that ain't me. I would never do that. Ever. Never in a million years. That is not my type of thing. Yeah. Because you see, okay, Crystal, are you fine if I mention my, you know, disabilities so that people can understand a little more better about me? Because I don't want to use my disabilities as an excuse. I just want people to understand how much I had to struggle for almost my whole life. Is that okay? Crystal? Is Crystal still
Sorry,
here?
I'm alive. Yeah, sorry. I had to get a
Okay.
drink of water. And
Well,
yeah, hearing about like what your mom had to deal with, I can understand why all of this is very irking to you, because being raised by someone who's been through that, I can imagine she probably raised you with a lot of
self-awareness.
yeah, like don't stand too close to people, don't touch a certain person here or there if you don't know them well enough, that kind of thing.
Right? She always told me never to talk to strangers, stranger danger, if I ever got caught with something. But I wanted people to understand about my disabilities, but I want people to know that I'm not using my disabilities as an excuse. I just want people to understand me.
Yeah.
So is it okay with you if I say that, to mention them, if that's fine?
Yeah, because disabilities can lead to problematic interactions. Like, for instance, I have bipolar disorder, and when I'm on a hypomanic high, it can cause me not to think about the things that I do oftentimes before I do them. I am very much reactive to my emotions, and sometimes that can get a response or an interaction out of me that I would not be proud of had I not been in that state. And I'll often look back at it and be like, man, I fucked up. And that is part of the reason why I want to be medicated so bad. But aside from that, disabilities can cause problematic instances like this. So yes, you can attribute certain things to this to disabilities, but the only time that it becomes a problem is like you say, "Oh, it's okay that I did this thing because I have this," or you
No,
can't. Yeah, you don't do that.
no. I don't use my disabilities as an excuse. My roommate used to do that. Him and his mom would always use for everything when he stole other people's phones and stuff and use his disabilities as an excuse.
Gross.
I would never do that. But anyways, my mom raised me to be better than that. But
Hmm.
anyways, back to the point is, for those who do not know, you're about to find out what type of disabilities I have, and please understand what they mean.
Hmm.
See, I have ADHD, Asperger's syndrome, panic attacks, dyslexia, OCD, and a different type of another type of autism, which I don't know. And I was on the phone with my mom, and Crystal can confirm this because she heard my mom in the background. That she did. My mom did confirm that I was put on Social Security since I was 3 years old.
Hmm.
3 years old,
I think
and I was
someone,
diagnosed.
I don't remember if it
My,
was you who asked her, if somebody else asked, but somebody mentioned 5 years old, and then she corrected, "No, you was on 3."
no, that was me. That
Okay.
was me asking that question because I was trying to remember correctly or not because I couldn't fully remember.
Okay.
But the point is, yes, I was put on Social Security when I was 3 years old because I couldn't do things. Like here, I want people to know this, that I did try going out and getting a summer job, but that didn't ever work out for me. And I tried to get my license to drive a car, but then when I went to the place to do the license things and try to get my driver's license stuff, they did my eye check. They looked at my disabilities and told me, considering my Asperger's syndrome, it's hard for me to understand things. Not Asperger's, but my dyslexia, my bad. It's going to be a little more harder for me to remember certain things, and some things I won't remember here and there about certain stuff because of dyslexia.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll explain more about dyslexia here in a minute to be able to understand how it works and stuff. But basically, the people told me I could never drive. Even if I wanted to, the state of the government even said that I could never have a license.
Mm.
So I would have to rely on my parents, friends, or the local bus transportation to get me to locations I want to go. I cannot rely on myself to drive a vehicle and stuff like that. So that is what I've been told before, and I've been ever since been like that. And for people that doesn't understand what dyslexia does, and those that are about to find out now, dyslexia is a certain disability that jumbles up words inside the brain and makes it hard for reading and spelling sometimes. Because making reading a little more easier sometimes for me, like I could read some words if I remember them because they're very small, or B, it could be a long word that I just can't remember how to pronounce sometimes because my dyslexia will make me forget. Or just say if I'd never heard of a word, I would have to go on my phone to look it up. And just like the same way, I have to use my phone to text sometimes just to get to talk with people because I can't always do text. I usually prefer to do calls because it's easier for me to make more better communication because I'm used to doing it that way here and there. Even back then when I was learning in school, it was hard for me to read. So the best way how teachers solved my problem of helping me to read better, they used to use glue and glitter cards and teach me the word by saying it and then spelling it to
Right.
help me understand it better. I
Right.
had a hard time learning. It was
Yeah,
not easy.
and America is car dominated, so you've got a lot on your plate already to deal with. So yeah.
Exactly. And then for those that do not know what Asperger's syndrome really does, I'll basically explain. I've heard this from a lot of people, but don't take it within considering my own words. Always been told because since I have Asperger's, they said you are a very smart kid and stuff like that. But sometimes I go, no, are you sure I'm really that smart? I don't feel like I'm smart
Well,
and
it's
stuff like that.
I think Asperger's was merged. I have to look at the DSM again or check with somebody who is more knowledgeable than me, but I believe
Hmm.
Asperger's was a term that was dropped and um it was dropped in the
All right.
terminology officially, and I think it was merged in with the spectrum. It's been, from what I understand or what I've heard, identified as being part of the spectrum. And people on the spectrum just experience another way of being. Like, everybody's got their um, skills and their detriments. Like, I'm not good at math, but if you give me 2 hours, I can come up with an entire plotline for a movie. And that's not something a lot of people can do. And, same with you. You've got specialized skills that other people might not be capable of, or, um, you're, it's hard to explain.
Well,
How do I say this?
well, here,
The
here.
brain
Let me.
works a lot off of dopamine because dopamine is the
Mhm.
chemical that does a lot. Like dopamine helps with processing thoughts. It helps with thinking, focus, memory, and such like that. And with a neurotypical brain, sometimes dopamine, with a lot of disabilities, dopamine reduction is involved, which is why a lot of disabilities can have similar symptoms to each other because dopamine not being there is one of the big main problems, and that tends to have a similar outcome in a lot of capacity. But like you'll get dopamine from certain subjects, certain topics, or doing certain things, and that will give you the drive, energy, focus, memory, etc., to be able to do those things as at an excelled level. And sometimes you just might not have the dopamine to carry out other things that people might see as completely simple. It's just another way of being. You just got different neurons. It's nothing to really be ashamed of or anything.
Yeah, well, the thing is, like I'm trying to say is, see, the disability I have might be Asperger's syndrome, but there's actually two type of times. But Asperger's syndrome is what I have, and basically is what it does to you. See, if you get too excited, your hands flail around like crazy to calm yourself down,
Me
and it does other things. Where, for example, kids with Asperger's like me like to tend to be by ourselves all the time. We don't like to be in big giant crowds or being in awkward moments and around other stuff.
too.
It's part of the disability a lot. And we
Uh,
don't really talk or try to socialize as often all the time. That's why I read up the last time. And to answer this other question for other people on this one too, I know you probably be answering, probably wondering, how do I understand you guys on Discord if I could read some words? Now, some words I can read, but if I right click on it, like for example, right click right here, it does give me the option to hit the speak message button that allows me to see what your guys are trying to tell me here and there.
mhm.
That's what that does for me to make it easier for me to understand people better so that I can understand what you're saying, what you're trying to ask me, or to understand from your guys' point of view, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I gotcha.
But I hope that I did clear a lot of misunderstandings and about all the other stuff and about the drama things.
Mhm.
I hope everyone understands that there was a lot of misunderstanding here, that's why I wanted to get my side out.
Mhm.
And those that chose to join the stream, thank you for your time and thank you for being here. I appreciate it very, very much. And Crystal, thank you for so much to helping me out with this. I
Yeah.
appreciate it very much.
Well, for sure, I'd do it for anybody. I just think it's fair that everybody get, a platform and be able to speak and defend themselves. I mean, it was kind of messed up, well, very messed up, that you were just kind of getting shut down entirely from everybody. I mean, I can't be mad at them because, and everybody's got their own lives to deal with and their own stresses, and they've probably got like three other dramas under their belt. So when they saw the blasts taken off, they probably just wanted to get themselves out of there and avoid the shell fire. So it makes sense to me. I wouldn't be upset with them by any means.
By the way, before we continue any further, Alex did ask to read something out loud to the chat.
Hmm.
I would prefer if you can read it for me because I won't be able to read every last word in that sentence and I don't understand most of it. I'm going to be honest. It's too much for me to read and keep up with.
Understandable. Please read this out loud. If Bonnie were lying, I would know, but in this case, he isn't. People say not to believe him because he's manipulating people and that he's only gaining trust, and that's no, that's bull. I know Bon better than that, and I have never lied to anyone because I don't believe it's right. And coming from me, I don't support those kinds of people. The only they don't support I'm gonna use JD Delay's terminology, chomos. They don't support chomos, and the only reason that I stuck with GlamrockBonnieR is because he's my friend and he would never do that to me since I'm a minor, but soon we'll get to the Rajak part. But I trust Bonnie and now I think I want to stay as Gregory and back up Angolan. I'm officially coming back to the Fazbear's Pizza Show. Haters gonna hate, but I care about all my friends. And are we going to talk about Rajak?
Okay, yeah, we can bring that up right now. As of recently, for those that do not know, I'm going to explain some things that I know I should have done more better when I was trying to explain it in the group. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, oh goodness gracious. Goodness. But anyways, let me get to the last page at the very end of mine because I do have the stuff on my behalf. Oh yeah, here's the announcement that was posted before on Jack's server. If you want to go ahead and read that as well, if you can.
Hi, I just want to let everyone know who does not know what just happened in my server. Do not work with Fazbear's Pizza Show. The owner of that group was causing a lot of drama in my group and began telling many lies. I would suggest removing the owner from your friends list. I did not want to do this. I just wanted to cancel our partnership in peace. I will be taking down the public avatars and map when I return tomorrow. So I understand if they wanted to set a personal boundary there, but I will admit this is a very dicey message. Telling people not to work with you, that is kind of policey and I don't super vibe with it. And telling people to remove you, that is uh, gosh, like I want to just have a small conversation with them about like their wording and phrasing, because like I understand, like if you're concerned about someone doing some stuff that you heard about, you might want your friends to be safe, but at that point you would just list the behaviors, list the things that you've noticed, and then let people make their decisions and do their own thinking. If they have questions, answer those questions. But this is a lot of don't interact with them, don't talk to them, stay away from them. And I'm gonna be honest, that's kind of manipulative because uh, it's it's not super smart to just listen to other people and not go to the source, as I've said before. So discouraging people to not talk to you about this sort of thing, or go to the source about this, that I will admit is kind of manipulative. And I hope I can have a civil conversation with them about their wording and vocabularistic usage, because that is it needs work.
Yeah. Now, before we go any further, there is more here that needs to be said, and I kind of do need to cover over one thing that everyone needs to hear that I will say right now. Now, I know a lot of you probably know that the map got shut down. Those who are in the stream, they know that the Fazbear's Pizza Show map did get shut down until they did the public avatars.
Hmm.
But there is been proven evidence that Jack was trying to take credit for everything on the map
Hmm.
when some of the band members were the ones that come up with some of the designs. And the big area was mostly really my idea because I wanted to have our own stage plays after the incidents that happened a long time ago that I'm not going to fully really get into.
Hmm.
But the things is, he was taking our credit from us and taking other things from ours here and there. For those who do not know, I'm going to show a screenshot on here that should be talked about because Jack is trying to claim that he was the one that came up with the ideas of all the model stuff and then tried not to ask me to upload our model, like re-upload
Mm.
our models without our permission. Kind of really, that's a little bit unfair for our band. It's I just posted it just now in the chat. I think this might no, that's not the right one actually. Incorrect. Let me
Understandable.
delete that. Let me delete that one. That is not the correct one.
Also, I should
I can't see
probably
the image.
also I should probably mention, I know you've probably noticed the name Xenarthra, but please don't be upset with them. They're honestly really chill. I've interacted with them a lot, and I really respect them. I think that they have just heard a lot and are following a lot of others in the sense of, they don't want to get too involved in drama and they're just trying to avoid the shell fire. So, please don't be upset with them.
I won't. But here we go. But listen, everyone. Here it is. What it says in Jack's name. What he wrote down. Once you have an idea that you like, you can enter upload there the show something and see. I can't see the rest of the word because most of it's cut off to the immediate. I will be beginning this announcement in the main announcement channel without the at. And then he says right here, he was asked a question, wait, did you ask the owner if you can use them? And then he says, use the public versions of the pizza show avatars. Yep, I made them. So why would I ask myself, wait, you came with the ideas? If so, that's cool because they look great. And that's what Rejack said. He was taking full credit from my band and everything, and that's a little bit unfair.
Hmm.
That here Here soon I will be able to talk. Bond deleted that. Oof. Too late. I could put it back up there, Alex. I could put it back up there. The other one that I uploaded earlier. So hand, I'll put it back up there. There you go.
Oh, Rayjack is DMing me. They said that they never claimed they made the designs. They claimed that they built them. Let
That's
me.
not what it says there. It says that he made them and didn't ask us with permission still because that is part of our community. And those models were made for only our community to be used. And without
Yeah.
our permission, that's kind of actually going behind our back. And I'll our fucking caught myself. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that curse word. Apologies. Caught
Yeah.
myself. Okay. He didn't ask with our permission, and I would more appreciate it if he asked us first before using our avatars because it is for our community only. And the
Right.
public avatars were going to be for the public people to use. But since he didn't really ask us, it really, really makes me upset with him for doing that. Because to be honest with you here, we did give Jack some payments beforehand of some stuff. Because I know a lot of people saying that we did not, they were for free, but everyone does not know that me and Pizza Pone did give him some stuff for his model stuff to use in the future as payments, as equal payment designs and stuff. And then afterwards, basically took that and then instead of completing our map because we've been sitting there waiting, he took our ideas, what we had planned for our map, and put it within his map instead. And it only took him 16 days to complete his map. When I did tell him to not focus on the stage, I did want to do more of the focus of the actual room itself because it looks so bland.
Hmm. I
I
got
did
another
ask
DM.
nice,
Hold on.
yes.
They said also they were going to be a complete redesign, not going to stay the same in any way. My only point to make here is, again, with vocabulary and wording, when somebody asks if you made that, you have to kind of think when you have worked in a team of people, like you have worked with people who make the designs and then you make the build, like you have that artistic team together. Um, Not everybody looking in at the final product is going to understand on the surface what all that entails. So I personally would have responded to that with I built the model, but so and so designed this and that. And so then they also said that they were going to upload a complete redesign, not stay the same in any way. My only question would be did they upload your version and make that usable? Because if they were going to upload a redesign, that's one thing. Redesign, you can't copyright that. I'm not going to
Well,
fight with that.
one of the people did receive our avatars as of recently, and I would have more appreciated if Jack still asked me because the other person that has the avatar as of recent, which is understandable, but he did already tell me and stuff, which I did give the guy permission from my behalf, not to Jack, but to the other person, which I will not name because he doesn't want his name being mentioned. But there is one other thing I want to point out. Now, I heard words from the Megaplex Entertainment was taking credit, not credit, but claiming, should I say, that we stole their designs for their suits
Mm.
and also tried to claim that we also stole designs from their stage. When last time I checked, the Megaplex Entertainment did not have a world yet. And two, the Pizza Show avatars, like my version, was created back in October, while the Megaplex avatar of their version was made in November. So our avatar designs were already in existence already by this point. And it is already proven that it was released on, if I remember correctly, October 10th of this year.
Mm.
Yes. So basically, at this point, I do not really appreciate someone slandering us and claiming that we stole their designs. Because technically, I want to point this out. The designs I used were based off of Bonnie's actual normal clothing designs, and then were also applied to the rest of my actual band members' avatars afterwards. So I did not steal any designs from anyone. There was also the bowling
Oh,
balls added. And one thing I should point out that I should say before I forget
I'm sorry, I didn't.
the no, you're good. The stripes around the arm, right? I already got permission from Shelly herself that we could do that. I wanted to at least point that out.
Understandable.
No, go ahead now.
They said
Let
don't
me
look
see.
at those messages because they were going to look them up. I already looked at them. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay, so say this out loud. Jack texted Bonnie before the text me, and he basically lied because, as you can see, he told Bonnie he wouldn't hand the files over, but he said to me that he would. It was about the map that he was supposed to send to us, and he said he would. Like at first, he was refusing with me, but then he tried to claim that he did send them to Pizza Pone, but Pizza Pone even confirmed that he never received a message from Jack about it or anything like that. I kind of do want to kind of point that out too.
Mm-hmm.
And leaving my poor friend to do the malls on from his behalf is very unfair for my friend, and I would say that's really mean.
Mm-hmm. I already did. I'm sorry. I already put the they were already on stream. But yeah, the only personal
Mhm.
thing that I have, I think, in commentary here would be, um, I feel like a lot of this might have been avoidable if I don't know about avoidable, but it's like uh, I will admit you kind
I
of went in with a nuke with going into the chat because you did kind of go in and then describe everything in a very no, I don't want to say the word dramatic, but you went in kind of harsh, and then uh, I mean, I personally think that you should have gone in and been like, hey, this and this, could you please delete these files? But this, I, I wish it was as easy as Rayjack just recording themselves deleting the files and then emptying their trash bin. But this feels like a lot, and I
Mhm.
really also hope that it's down to miscommunication. Because again, like I said, people looking at a model, like at a product, they might not understand the full process behind the production of that model. Like, for instance, I watched an interview for the art team that worked on the Spyro Reignited trilogy back when they first started announcing Spyro Reignited. And I watched that whole interview and stream, and they talked about how they would have someone draw the designs, draw the expressions, and send that over to the model maker. Model maker would, well, not the model maker, the model poser would try to stretch the model into those expressions, and if something was off, if a vertex needed to be added or moved, they would send it back to the model maker, and it would be a back and forth. So there's a much deeper process behind creating models that not everybody is going to be aware of. So I'm hoping that it's simply down to a miscommunication. Like, Rayjack is assuming that the people asking are going to immediately know, oh, you just built this thing, or you just did this thing, you just added this thing, but the idea came from someone else, and you're working with someone else. But it feels like this is going to take a little bit more of a hefty broom to clean up, so to speak.
Yeah, but one thing I do want to say, because I do want to kind of clear up some more misunderstandings. Now, I know that I mentioned in Jack's server about Mayflaw removing Jack, well, that type of thing. See, I was being given three other stories about it, and I was paying attention to what I was reading. See, if you all do not know this, Mayflower, which is the owner of the Megaplex Entertainment, removed a lot of her staff on Discord. But
Mm-hmm.
before she removed everyone off of Discord, she did mention something to a certain one of the actual band members, which I'm not going to mention their name, who they are, because I'm trying to keep it to that point. But I was last told that what they heard from them, that is the reasons why they chose to quit from being owner of the Megaplex Entertainment, was because of Jack and because they got into an argument. That's what I was last told about that, but that's what one of the band members told me what they heard from her. But then I've been given another story by Jack himself saying that the reasons why she chose to quit because one of her friends passed away. I'm like, okay. But then herself, she said these very words, which I want to point out. She told me that the reason why she left being owner of the Megaplex Entertainment is because she was being harassed.
Mm.
So I'm getting really confused of which one it is. Which one of these stories is true? I can't even really tell anymore.
Right.
I'm confused. It makes no sense. And you can see
Well,
where I'm getting confused.
I gotcha. I have a thing to offer also. Rayjack has offered me access to how do I view there we go. Oh heck, which one is it in now? I'm gonna guess
Mm-hmm.
here and hope. Cause where
Are
did
you
that
sharing your screen?
happen?
I
I
get.
am.
I can tell. Okay.
Okay, so it might not
All
be
right.
that one. Man, me and my memory.
What did he offer you exactly?
Let's hit about it. Neutral servers. Was it fast? Oh, the Electro Rock. Oh, it was Electro Rock. Okay. Um. Oh, general chat.
And I do want to kind of debunk another thing because I've been hearing that people were trying to say that I was trying to manipulate the gram rejects. I have not been doing that at all
Mm-hmm.
either. I was just trying to stay partners with them so we can help them grow more. That's
Under.
all I wanted to do. I just wanted to have fun and stuff. And plus, some other important thing I should mention too,
Mm-hmm.
that is very important to be mentioned before I forget. Now, I've heard from somebody else that I heard mentioned that I was harassing Jack, like following him still. For those that do not know, I was playing Project Zomboid after that incident happened, so I took a little break from the VR chat for a little bit, trying to play Project Zomboid. For those who do not know what that is, it's a video game about zombies, and you got to basically survive the zombie apocalypse. If you don't survive, you basically die, basically in the game. So
I
basically,
gotcha.
out of all that, I was just playing that, trying to play it, have some casual. But then I found out a lot of people were starting to leave our group all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to go find out what was going on. I was starting to lose members left and right, and I lost half of my band members and stuff like that because of the miscommunication that was going on. I tried to figure out what's going on, and everyone was leaving me in the dark. And then when I tried to say, then I found out what was all about. I'm like, can you at least let me at least explain myself? But instead of them letting me explain myself, it was just basically pushing me to the side. It was making it hard for me to say what I needed to say.
Right. I got you.
Hard for me.
Yeah. Uh. So how do we come to a happy and fine conclusion? Also, like I said prior, yeah, the only commentary I think I have about this is you kind of worded it like now leaving us high and dry. So that was a little bit brash. I would have gone with a more professional wording because of
I
his choice. His choice was made. Um, I would have definitely worded all of that much more differently.
I know, but I was angry at the last moment, and it made me very frustrated because he told me that he would work on the map, and instead of like actually talking to me in a call about this, because I trust me,
Mhm.
I'm more of a civilized person. But the thing is, a lot of work was put into the map and stuff, and all I asked for, and I was being nice about it, because since Jack didn't want to continue on the map anymore, I kept asking him nicely if he can send us the map so that Pizza Pone can work on what was already built, so that we didn't have to work on a whole brand new map again. Because the other map we were trying to work on is going to take us 2 or 3 or 4 months before it even comes out because it's so big. Because we got to do readjustments. We had to also fix a couple things with some of the textures, replace some textures, refix some pieces here and there. That
I
stuff's not
gotcha.
easy. And we had to work with the elevators. We were going to also turn it into like a theater place, a
Mhm.
stage place, and it was
Yeah,
also going to host avatars in there too.
I gotcha.
But
Here,
that stuff is going to take a few months.
you continue
Yeah.
talk. I have to go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be honest.
Oh no, no, go right ahead. But if anyone could see where I'm coming from on this, I'm not trying to be rude and not trying to be mean about it, but I felt like it was unfair for me and my friend Pizza Pone because now we were left to work on the map by scratch of the same design of the map. So we were left to end up doing all that by ourselves after this point. And I think anyone can actually understand where I'm coming from on this, right? So far, I know there's a lot of people where losing viewers. Well, look, as long as you understand what's really going on, that's all what matters right now. I just hope that a lot of people will understand that there was a lot of misunderstanding happening here and there, and a lot of miscommunication. Yes, I will agree that yes, what I could have done could have worded a lot more better, but at the same time, I'm not going to say that you know I didn't do anything wrong, but technically I did. Like I said, I will admit to that. I am an adult, and it's my responsibility to take the responsibility of what I said. Yes, I was angry. I said some mean things, da da da. But at the same time, I know I'm an adult, and what I said was not okay. I take the responsibility of that as an adult, and I want everyone to hear me saying that.
Huh?
It's not like I won't take the responsibility.
What
If it
happened?
makes Jack, I'm just explaining some stuff. Apologies about what I said in the chat and stuff.
Ah,
But the one thing I want to say right now before I forget here, if it makes Jack feel any better, that I am sorry, Jack. And I know you probably don't want to talk with me or see me or anything like that. I won't really blame you or any type of shape or form. There was a lot of misunderstandings happening here and there, and a lot of less communications here and there. It's just at the end of the day, things like this happens. But like I said, I'm still going to take the responsibility for my follow language and what I have said.
thank you.
I am also going to apologize because in those screenshots, I do tend to get really mad at Jack as well. Yeah.
Understandable.
So I want Jack to know no hard feelings here or anything like that. But at the end of the day, to be honest with this, I don't want this drama continuing and consuming our bands and stuff because to be honest here, I just want to continue playing our in our band and stuff and keeping things going and having fun because I don't want to see my community just go down after all the hard work that all my band members have done to even make this band group grow.
Mm-hmm.
Because to be honest here, I am not the reasons why this band has grown. The real reason was because of my band and then all the people that actually joined the actual group. They are the reasons why the group grew. They are the reasons why Fazbear's Pizza Show even became an actual band. Because of them, I thank everyone for everything. And I mean everything. And yes, I also do give credit for those that give us some ideas for our stuff too. So I wanted to mention some names of some people that I do want to give a shout out for. For example, for some of the ideas and deals that were pretty much given, I wanted to give credit to Jack for putting the models together for us and some of the textures too. I also want to also give credit to Pip as our main Chica. I think the other person was named Moxie that was supposed to be our old um our main Roxanne. And then for the other person, I also will give a credit to Mina Rose for the designs for what's it called? Mangle. And for Monty, I want to give the credit to Nightmare. I also want to give the credit to as well to a couple of other band members that will also be mentioned in this list. There's just so many. I'm trying to list them all off. For example, for the person for Fredbear's designs that come true, I also want to thank VR Chat Show for that, for his input and designs for it. I also give him credit. And then the other person I also give credit to as well that deserves as well as a mention. Let me remember here. Give me a minute. I gotta pull up my game because I gotta remember all the malls that were made so I can remember who was the ones in the list. For my Bonnie avatar, I have come up with some of the designs, but also Jack did help me out with it, which I do want to give credit on both sides, and a little bit for Pizza Pong as well for building some of the animations for certain stuff, and then Jack readjusting them as well afterwards. Let me see. So Monty, Chica, Roxanne, Fred Bear. Yeah, no, I labeled about everything. So yes, I want to give credit for them, and I want to also give credit to the most of people that also gave us some ideas for our map in the future. I just want to say to those people, thank you for making Fazbear Studios for what it is today and even back then. And I want everyone to know that you are very appreciated almost every day. I was hoping one day, once we get our map going, I was going to put people's names above their heads that have basically helped us to grow our community to the full point for our map textures and stuff like that. So I wanted to make sure that these people got a shout out to know how important they really were for our community and our band.
Hmm.
Thank you all.
Thank you for getting on the stand and sharing your end of things. You think that's I think that's all, you think?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, let me just double check Discord, make sure that nobody else is it's a personal homie,
But
honey.
there is one thing I should probably
Okay.
say before the stream does end. There's one important thing I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
Those that did leave the band, you're always welcome to come back. I want you to know this. And I know some of you might have removed me, unblocked me. You feel if you up to it, you could unblock me, re-add me if you want to. And if I have you blocked as well on my behalf, please let Crystal know or any of my other band members know if I need to unblock you or anything. Please let me know ahead in advance, and I will do that because, like I said, I don't hold grudges, and most of all, I do hear everyone else out when they need to say. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I suppose that's it. I'm gonna end the stream now. Thank you everybody who tuned in, and thank you for lending your voice. I'm sorry, homie went by two different names. I have to look for his name again. Titanic. Yeah, Titanic. Thank you, Titanic, for coming in and also communicating as well. And to everybody here for putting in the efforts to, get everything out there clearly. I definitely appreciate it. And uh, please don't attack me if you see me on VR chat. Like, if any of this didn't go in the direction of conversationally that you did not want, please don't shoot the messenger. I'm just the platform. I'm not looking for a fight. But you guys have a
And
good night.
well, before you end this, I'll say this: everyone, please do not attack her because she only did this just to help out. I don't want her getting any backlash or nothing. So I wanted to also say goodbye and have a very nice day
Mm-hmm.
and stay safe.
Yep. And I might not be a Phoenix Wright of any kind, but I will provide this kind of platform to anybody that, needs to be heard and needs to have their voices heard. So, let me know.
And Alex said bye, by the way. And
Oh,
how about you, Tails? Do you want anything to say left before the stream ends? Tails? Nah? Okay.
I